Okay, so like I told y'all, down in the South, we are used to candied yams, which means them things is a step away from liquid diabetes, okay? So we are back with another video. We are back with yet another Vlogmas video. And guess what? We are back with yet another food review. Diasha is here. And today we are still in the NYC, but we in these Harlem streets today. Today we are going to try Melba's, which is a soul food restaurant in the heart of Harlem. So let's hop right into the video. So I am here to tell you guys all about my experience at Melba's. Melba's has been on the list for quite a while now. What's so funny is I saw it one day when I was on the bus. I was just riding around Harlem trying to get to know the different areas in New York City because, as you guys know, that's where I lived for a while. And then I'll give you guys a story on how I ended back up in Florida. But I was just riding around trying to get to know the area, and I spotted Melba's, and I saw it and I was like, I wonder what they serve. So I googled it, I researched it, and I realized that it was a soul food restaurant. And y'all know I love me some good soul food. So I said, okay, let me put it on the list. One day I'm going to check it out. But the only issue is when I was in Harlem, every time I would be in the mood for some soul food, I would always go to Sylvia's, which I'll do a review on that for you guys so you guys can know how I always feel about Sylvia's. But every time I was in the area, I would go to Sylvia's because that's just what I knew. That's what my mom told me about. I tried it, I liked it, it was good. So when I called to go to Sylvia's, when I was in New York this time, they told me they were closed for renovations. So when I called them, they suggested that I go to Melba's, and I already had it on the list. And I was like, you know what? Let me make my way to Melba's just so I can make sure I try this, because I thought it was very thoughtful of Sylvia's to suggest another soul food restaurant. When I called them, I was like, look at y'all, I like that. We are moving up in the community. Y'all see us? We're not giving crabs in a bucket. It's enough room for all of us to eat. Literally, like, it's enough. Like, we can all eat, okay? So when I called them and they told me about Melba's, I already had it on the list. I kind of already knew about it. It was solidified. I was like, yep, that's where we're going today. So we were living in Manhattan, so we had to catch the subway there. It was a 25-minute ride, easy breezy. When I got there, I already knew where I was when I got off the subway, and I kind of already knew. It took us about maybe a 5-minute walk, so that walk was really easy. When we arrived, we needed reservations again. Like I told you guys, I wasn't making reservations this time in New York. I know. And we also had to show our vaccine card, and we also had to show our IDs to prove that that is indeed our vaccine card. Me and Gabby both had both of those things, and we were good to go, and we were seated. Okay, they also had those clear things, the dividers. I saw that was a common theme in New York. Like when you go out to eat, they have those social distancing things. I think they need to leave those there. Even when the pandemic is over, I want you to leave that right there, because if I came to eat dinner with my friend or my family, I don't want to be able to see everybody who's sitting on this row. I don't. I just want to have that privacy. So yeah, when COVID is over, y'all leave the dividers up, because Diasha loves them. Okay, I absolutely love them. That's just my thing. Okay, so when we sat down, I looked at the menu. I wasn't sure what to order because they had a lot of good options, and I was in the mood for some soul food. Had saved my appetite. I'm like, I'm about to eat good today. So I had saved my appetite, and we were gonna go get crabs after it. So what me and Gabby decided to do was we ordered one meal and we shared it, and I'm glad we did, because if both of us would have got a meal, we would have just had too much food. We would have had too much food, and we weren't trying to waste a lot of food, because you guys know sometimes on Dining with Diasha, I try the food and I don't have anything. Like, I can't eat all that food. Gabby couldn't eat all that food. I could have given it away to the homeless people, but I didn't have anything to give this time. But that's what I've done previously. Like, if you see us and we just have a excessive amount of food, don't be alarmed. No, I did not eat all the food. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I like to get a variety of things just so I can tell you guys about a lot of things on the menu, so you guys can get a good feel of how I feel about the restaurant. So that's why sometimes I just have a lot of food, and sometimes I just get enough just to say I tried it. And at this establishment, that's what I did. So when we sat down, there was a lady sitting to the left of us because we were sitting on the edge. So we ain't had no divider. But in this situation, it worked out in our good, because I didn't know what to order. Gabby didn't know what to order. Gabby usually just like, Diasha, whatever you order is fine. So the girl next to us, she had been there a lot, like that she goes there all the time, and she said she hadn't been there in a few years, but she remembered from back in the days that her favorite thing on the menu was the catfish and mac and cheese and the yams. So that's what she ordered, and when her food came, her food looked so good. I said, I'm looking at her food, I'm looking at the menu, I'm like, what's this called? What's that called? What's this? What's that? And she told us, she leaned over, she told us, she said, make sure y'all get this catfish and mac and cheese, because she was over there tearing it up. And I said, oh, no worries, because where you eating that, you better believe I'm ordering that. So that's exactly what we ordered. We ordered the catfish, the mac and cheese, and the yams. And I must tell sis to the left, girl, you didn't lie. Girl, you didn't steer us wrong, because that food was so good. I said, and it was fresh. It was fresh. I said, yes, yes, yes. And y'all know I've been eating soul food all over the country at this point. I'ma still tell y'all this before we get into the taste. Y'all can say what y'all wanna, but from my experience, this is just me. Now, if y'all got some restaurants to prove me wrong, y'all comment down below and tell me the names of them. But from my experience, the South, the Southern region has the best food in the country. Let's debate about it, okay? Let's debate about it in the comments. What y'all gotta say? Lies, truth, let me know. Comment down in the comment down below, because that's a hill I'm ready to die on, okay? That's a hill that I'm ready to argue about, because comment down below. Let's talk about it. But anywho, I ordered the catfish. The catfish was very good. Y'all know how I eat my catfish. I eat it with extra lemons and hot sauce. And Gabby had never had her catfish like that, and she watches the food reviews. She goes with me to film them, and then she sits down and she watches them as well. But I fixed it up for us. I put the lemon, I put the hot sauce, and she said, "Oh, Diasha, this good." This some good eating. I like this. I said, "I know that's right, Gabby. I love it too." So she was enjoying it, and then we had the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was really good. Like I haven't had a mac and cheese like that. Seems like they used a lot of different cheeses in there. It had a lot of diverse seasoning, and it was very creamy and very moist. It was very good. But the candy yams, wait a second. Okay, so like I told y'all, down in the South, we are used to candied yams, which means them things is a step away from liquid diabetes. Okay, them things are a syrup. It is candy. They are sweet. They are soft. Okay, the candy yams at Melba's, they seem to be like a little too fresh, if that makes sense. Like, they were good, but they just didn't have enough sugar on them. Like, I needed me some more sugar. I needed those things to be sweet. I needed the candy. I needed it to be crystallized. I needed all of that, and they wasn't giving that. And then, you know, yams are blah. Like, without the candy and all of that, yams are just a blah vegetable. So the candy yams was like, eh, but they made up for it for the fish and the mac and cheese. And then we were gonna order a red velvet dessert, but some way, somehow, we checked out and we forgot. When I looked back, I said, "Gabby, we didn't order dessert." It was like, oh man, we didn't. So I didn't get to try the red velvet cake. If you've been to Melba's, comment down below and let me know what you think about the red velvet cake, because I would love to try it. So for portion, I would give them a 9 out of 10. Let me tell you guys exactly how much I paid. Okay, so we end up paying $42.41. So for price, I would give them a 9 out of 10. We paid $18.95 for the country catfish, and then they charged us for the Melba's iced tea, which was $14. It was like a sweet tea. I don't know what kind of alcohol it had in it. Gabby said she enjoyed it. She just said it was strong. She said it was not stingy with the alcohol. And then they did not have Sprite, so I got a Sierra Mist, which was $3, and then Gabby got a Pepsi, and then it was $38.95, and it was $3.46, and the total came out to be $42.41. And I left a tip, of course, but I don't have the tip included in that because that's irrelevant. So for a price, I would give them a 9 out of 10 for $40. Both of us ate, and she had a drink, and we both had sodas. So for $40, that's $20 a piece, and we were very full. Like, me and Gab was looking at each other like, if we would have ordered a meal a piece, we would have been slumped for the rest of our day. And we did have a whole nother part of our day planned, and we didn't want to be stuffed, so it was just enough for both of us. So if you go there, they are not stingy with the portions. They get a 10 out of 10 because that stuff, it was a lot. It was enough for 2 people to eat off one plate, and we still had leftovers. Like, we still had some yams left over and a little bit of mac and cheese. I'm pretty sure we ate all the fish. Now, I know we ate all the fish because it was a nice big plate of fish. And then for presentation, I have never seen anything like that. They had like the two dishes pushed together, and then they kind of had the fish plated on top of it. I said, oh, that's creative. And it was so simple, but it was just enough because it did serve for a nice pick, and I was here for it. So we got presentation, portion, taste. No, I didn't give you the guys' taste. So for taste, I would give them a 8 out of 10 because I did enjoy it, but it wasn't the best soul food I've ever had, but it was pretty good for the northern region. All right, y'all, don't get me. I'm just joking. It's all jokes, okay? So for overall, I would give Melba's a 8 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It is a black owned restaurant as well. So if you're in the area, go check it out and comment down below what you try if you do go check it out. And don't forget to tell them Diasha sent you, because as I know, you guys have been going to these restaurants I've been trying, and the restaurants been letting me know, Diasha, your tribe is coming. And I said, purr, they surely are, and you better put some respect on them and treat them like a valued customers as they are, okay? All right, with all that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow in another day of Vlogmas.